Hello everybody, good day to you. Welcome back. Glad you guys are here. I know, I'm super glad to be here. We are returning to, I think this is the part 3, probably the finalized part of this 2003 Ford Mustang 4.6 GT. Now, the observant amongst you will recall that this Mustang was over here on this rack prior, but we had to move it and empty the shop out over the weekend because we had a bunch of equipment in here so I could tidy up a few things, and we had to get the cars out. So now it is back in the shop. It's in the center stall because that's easier to set up on the rack, and we are going to continue with our final part. This segment will consist of the ball joint replacement. As you can see, those ball joint boots are torn away and they're gone, and the actual joint is full of crud and dirt and nasty stuff, and it's only a matter of time before those start to wear loose. So while we're in here doing this front end refresh, we're going to go ahead and replace those ball joints as well. Both sides are in similar condition, so let's go ahead and get started. I think what we need to do here is pull the sway bar links off because I'm going to replace those as well. And we're going to put a pull jack under this control arm, take the weight down after we disconnect the big nut right here, break that ball joint loose, and then we can press the new one in after we press the old one out. So stay tuned because this is going to be a very good video. Happenings hood. Here's our brake rotor. There was our brake rotor. All right, let's get the cart rolled on over. I have here in my possession 2 sway bar end links, 2 lower ball joints, and the ball joint press kit. All right, so here's how we're gonna have to do this. In order to get to that big nut, you can see we can't get a socket on it, so we need to take the spindle assembly loose from this shock absorber. That's gonna be with this bolt here and this bolt here, and then we can kind of lean the assembly back some and gain access to that ball joint stud. I'm going to try to do this without removing, actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. It's going to be awkward and silly. I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect this wheel speed sensor, and then I will pull off our brake caliper and bracket right here, and then just hang that thing up off to the side. I was originally thinking I can just kind of leave it all attached to the spindle and hang it off to the side, but that's going to be risky, and I'm just not going to do that. We're just going to take it all apart. I don't know, I just kind of don't feel like trying to take a risky shortcut. It's early in the week, something goes sideways, it's just going to wreck my whole week, so we're just going to do this one by the book. No shortcuts today. Wiggle that thing out. That's our wheel speed sensor right there. Okay, that's a 24 nut that holds that little bracket on, so let's spin that guy off. Stubby 3/8. Okay, we can stick this just over, we'll put it right there for now. There we go. Okay, so we've got clear access to the 24 mil nuts that hold on to the spindle and the strut, so let's take those guys loose after we get the 15s out that hold the brake caliper bracket on. There's one right there and one right down there. All right, let's go ahead and I'll probably just try to break these things loose by hand. I'm sure they're very, very tight. So unclick these. Oh, that one's coming free. There we go. Another up top. Once they're broken loose, I can buzz them out with the little impact. Come here. Oh, not a lot of space on these bolts here. Come here, you. There we go. Good turn. All right, wobbly bit extended 15 millimeter. Let's see if I got this guy loosen up here. Sure did. Came right out. Good. And I dropped my bolt. I'll take this whole caliper and bracket. We're gonna lift that up and away, and then I'm gonna hang it. I put a little hanger up here just to secure that caliper. See that right there? So that should be fine, just like that. Now I'll pull the rotor, stick that thing aside, and then we can pull the big bolts out for the knuckle. All right, big 24 wobbly bit. Let's get the nuts. Oh, it's loose. Come here, next. All right, we need a wrench on the backside to hold the bolt. And I grabbed the wrong one. I had assumed that since the nuts were 24, the bolt would be a 24, and it's not. No matter. Okay, got that one. Get that next one out. Hammer time. There we go. All right, we'll spin this guy back around. We can pull out the bolts. Come here, bolt. We can pry out the bolts. We can hammer out the bolts. Wait, I know. We'll ask them nicely by rotation. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got spring pressure on my control arm. Silly rabbit. Come out. All right, now we're good. Let's get to this nut on our ball joint here. It should spin right out. Then we can get the press on it. Or the puller, rather. We gotta pull the knuckle off the ball joint, then we gotta press the ball joint out of the control arm. All right, puller coming in. What this thing's gonna do is pull on the spindle and push down on the stud as we tighten it, and it should break this thing free. All right, let's try it with the 3/8. I'm gonna go ahead and send it and see what she does. Oh, that was super easy. Look at that, it came right out. Oh, I had all that buildup for nothing. Wah, wah, wah. Well, I guess that's better than the press flying apart, or the puller flying apart and making a bunch of noise and scaring everybody. There we go. That's our spindle. This is all going to be reused. And there is our nasty Crustomatic ball joint. Look at that. It's full of just grossness. Yeah, that doesn't work out too well in the long term. Okay, let's set up our big press and we'll press this thing out so we can press the new one in. All right, well see, since the boot on this thing is gone, I'm just gonna put the press right on top of that, because that's right here, that's the body of the ball joint. So I'm just gonna press straight off of that at first. I've got one adapter here, which is going to fit the bottom of the ball joint, so as it presses out, it can slide down. And then this piece is so the screw drive on the clamp can press through, because this one has a hole in it. So I have to sandwich these together, tighten it down, and then begin the pressing operation. Let's get this set up here and we'll hit it with the impact. Screw it in. Right about, we're almost there. Want to make sure the top is centered so it doesn't try to press the thing sideways. There we go, that looks good. All right, impact coming in. Let's go ahead and send it. And I think we're out of there. And if not, I'll bash it with a hammer. It's loose. Linear impacts coming in. Super easy. All right, let's give this surface here a good wipe down. We don't want any dirt and nasty inside of that hole right there where the ball joint's supposed to be pressed in. Otherwise, it might not press in. That would not be okay. So here's our replacement unit. We're gonna slide that up and in. And I'm gonna take the hammer and drive it up some just to get it started. And I'll use the press to finish it off. There we go. Okie dokes, adapter cone coming in. That's to give the press something to press off of, and it's got another hole in it as to provide a relief for the stud. And to avoid pressing on this section of the ball joint with the press, I'm going to use this other little cone here just so I press on the perimeter where it's strong, not in the middle where it's weak. See that right there? We don't want to damage the new stuff, so we're gonna hang the big C-clamp right here, and then create some space for our adapter. Slide that guy in, get it centered, keep it centered, keep it centered again. There we go. That's looking good, I think. Mostly, I need to adjust the top cone some. It's off center. There we go. All right, time to send it. Impacts coming in from down below. Let's get the gun on there and let it ride. Here she comes. Caption. Got her. Woohoo! Alright, that's one. It's in, it's pressed, good to go. Except a little adapter stuck on there. Not anymore. Alright, steering knuckle coming in. Slide that down over our ball joint. Let's get the nut on it. Let's get the nut tight. Click. Now we can get the strut back on the knuckle, then the tie rod, then the brakes. Okay, let's cut this guy away. And we'll spin her back around. And let's see about lining up these bottom bolts here. Get up there, strut. I don't want you falling down. Let's get these guys lined up. Right there. And then the bolt's gonna come through the back side here. Wiggle that guy in. We'll use the threads to assist. There we go. Then bolt number 2, let's see how slick I think I am. Give that a push, yeah. Send that one through. Beautimous. Let's get our bracket on there. No, we gotta put the nuts on. One nut. I forgot about that. Wrench on the back side, and then tighten that guy down. All right, second big nut coming in. Thread that guy on right there. Wrench coming in the back side to hold the bolt, and then we'll thread her down and make it tight. Bracket right there. Back on there, bracket. Then one more nut. Couple more forward clicks. Plug in our wheel speed sensor right there. And of course it has its bolt that's going to thread in and tighten down with a Torx 8. Or reverse Torx, it's an E-Torx, E8. Click. Alright, that one's in. Let's get the rotor hung and then the caliper can go back on and this side's good to go. Wait, hang on, I gotta clean some of this nasty off of here. The blowback would be incredible if I left that there. Whee! It's like it's full of crusted, dried up grease. It's not even rust. There, that's more better. All right, rotor. There we go. And now we may hang up our brake caliper. Let's move on over here. Here we go. Turn that guy some that way. And we will unhang the caliper, slide it right back over our rotor. Wiggle that guy in. Down there. There we go. 2 bolts of the 15mm variety. Try to see what I'm seeing here. Get those lined up. That one's threading in. No, it's not. I missed. Oh. There it is. Got it. Had to put my eyeballs on it. I cannot see without my eyes. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Where's the hole? There it is. Get that one on. Good. One coming in. That top one. Click. And the bottom one, I lost it, can't see it. Good. A little bit of increased torque on these guys because I know I didn't get that up to spec with the little gun. Pickage. That's the bottom one and the top one. Right. Ooh, you guys are all over the place. All right, got it. Both bolts for the caliper bracket are torqued and tight. All right, and then finally on this side, with the exception of the sway bar links, we've just got to get this tie rod bolted on. Here's our castle nut down over the stud. And coming in with the impact on the extension. Tighten that guy down. Very good. Okie doke, so pending an installation of a cotter pin on that side, we are all done here. So let us circumnavigate our Mustang, head over to the passenger side and repeat a similar procedure. All right, cart's rolling in. Let's start with our E-Torques again and pull this wheel speed sensor out. Get that guy out of the way right there. Talk about interference, look at that. The ratchet's even interfering with the strut right here. Okay, there's our sensor. Come out. Set that aside, good. Going back with the wobble 24. Bracket, get rid of that. Pull you aside, stick it over there for now. Then the big 24s. Those guys came out, no problem. Spin this thing over. Let's cruise around over here to our other side again, and then we'll get our caliper bolts out. All right, 2 more 15s to break loose. Oh, there's our bottom one. Top one. Oh, that's tight. Different angle maybe? Yeah, let's try that. There she goes. Good. Impact 15 extension coming in. Got it. Bottom one next. Beautiful. All right, let's get out of here some. I'm coming in with the hanger next, and we can hang this caliper out of the way and bracket. We just don't want these things hanging off the brake hose. It can damage the hose. That's not okay. There we go. Right there. That's good. All right, rotor's coming off. And let's get our 2 big bolts out. Okay. That one doesn't want to move. Hammer time. Ruin the threads, oh my God. Come out. There we go. All right, next up, that's our ball joint nut. That's a big 24 right here. That one's good. Came right out. And we'll stick our puller on here. Just like so. See if the little 3/8 will pull this thing out. Yepper, got it. Like butter. Smooth like butter. That one's pretty crustomatic too. Look at that. Nasty. No, hammer's not gonna do it. Thought I was gonna be slick. All right, same situation as the other side. We'll get our adapters in there, tighten down the big screw, and we can send this ball joint into the trash, because it is trash. Tighten that up, line it all up, thread it all up. That's good, looking good, okay. Was that a 21 down there? No. 22, yes. All right, impact's coming in. Let's get that set up right here. A little tight. Here we go. Brake pad fell out. And there's our crustomatic ball joint right there. Again, let's give that a good wipe down. Make sure there's no debris in that control arm hole. Wipe that out. New ball joint coming in. Pull on it, tap on it, and then press on it. There's our cone. Press is coming in. Let's unthread it some. Adapter's coming in. I'm threading it more. There we are. All right, beginning the press action now. Impact coming in. Here she comes. Click. Got it. Okay, that's in good shape. Let's get our knuckle back in position here. Slide that guy down and over, and then we get the nut on her. Wobbly impacts, return. Click. So this ought to be fun. There appears to be a little bit more downward spring pressure on this control arm than there was on the other side. So I need to get under here with the post jack, pick this up, compress the spring, and then get this hole and this hole to line up. I'm not sure how I was able to achieve that on the other side, but this one's going to require some assistance with the pole jack. Let's back up some, give us some space. Oh, uh-oh. Look at here, I almost lost my little adapter. Forgot that was in there. Can't have that. I need that tool for later. Come here, you. Oh. Got it. It's out. Good to go. You go there. This goes right in there, just to help start to line everything up. And we'll get the jack right here. Go ahead and unthread it. Coming down, down, down. Pole jack coming down. That's probably good. Let's raise the lift up some while we're at it. Perfect. So now we'll swing this guy right into this position under the ball joint. That'll give us as much leverage as possible on the control arm to push up on it, compress the spring, and then get those holes lined up with the steering knuckle here. There we go. It's going in. Just tap it on down in there. Almost there. A little bit more. More, I say. There we go. See, it kind of pushes the strut up some. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Let's run this one through the back side here. If I can get it lined up properly. It's like 1/8 of an inch off. Right. Come here. Right there, says I. Looks good anyway. There we go, that one's through. Did I go the right way? No, I have to go in the other right way. The other way. I have that going in the right way in the wrong direction. So let's put this one in from this side. Then we can knock this one out, flip it around, send it. We can take the pole jack down. We're good on the strut. Oh, that was loud. On the strut. Flip this guy down. Good. I guess while we're here, we can throw the brake rotor back on and the caliper, and then we'll put the big nuts on the other side. So let's grind off or polish away all that nasty. Old grease. It's rusty old grease. There. Slide that on, turn it. Let's get our caliper unhung, and I need to put the pads back in that fell out. That's okay. There's our inboard. The shims didn't fall out, so we're good here. Let's just squeeze that guy back in. Get in there, inboard pad. Please. Oh no. There. And outboard pad is next. Slip that inside of its shims and we're good there. Back over the rotor. And then 2 bolts. One up top and one on the bottom. Lauren, is that you back there?
Yes, it is.
What is it?
Do you want me to put that stuff in the scrap pile?
Ask Troy if he wants you to put it in the scrap pile.
Okay, Troy, is that all that? Is all that in the scrap pile? No, I'm
Okay, see what I did there?
I just want to make sure that's not something that you guys can.
Yeah, it all does have to go in the scrap trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, all that metal out there is it's going to be recycled.
Is there anything you wanted to save or not?
No, that's all done with. Oh, I dropped the bolt. No.
Okay, sorry.
Hey, are you sure that record reading isn't before?
Oh yeah, not that. Not the rack and pinion gear, that's a core. That's worth $87. Yeah, we don't need to throw that away. We're doing some housekeeping. Anyway, let's get our upper one tight. Come here. Please get on there. It's a tight squeeze. Good. And the bottom. Got it right there. Good. Okay, 2 turns with the wrench to put those at final torque right there. And then once more up top. I know you guys can't see very well, there's a caliper in the way. Sorry. Clicks. Okay, let's turn this guy. Let's spin this thing over yonder here. And set up our big bolts and then our tie rod. 124 right here. Another 24 right there. We're in the home stretch now, folks. I love the home stretch. Let's get a wrench back there for the bolt. Got it. Bracket coming in with our wheel speed sensor. Wheel speed sensors next. Let's get that guy lined up in its hole. And our e-torques. Beautiful. Okay, we've got 1 tie rod left over coming in here. Push that guy up. Here's our castle nut. Right there, she's threaded. Okay, let's get this guy tight. Where's my cotter pin hole? I don't see it. All right, cotter pin going in. That looks good. Pull her through here best I can. That angle's not the greatest, but I'll live with it. And then well, the camera shut off because it was too hot while I was doing the pins, but I did get the pin in. Let's go ahead and get these sway bar end links removed. That's the top side, and I think there's another nut on the bottom. Yep, that one's out. Okay, so you can see how this one's been unbolted from the top and the bottom, but it's still stuck in there. What we need to do is go to the other side and loosen the driver's side as well. Yeah, it's not gonna work. We have to loosen the driver's side as well and then pick the actual sway bar up off of this, and then we can lift these things free. So let's go over to the other side. All right, we've returned to the driver's side. Let's take this one off. There we go. That one's loose. And the bottom side, let's see if the bottom unthreads. Kinda, sort of, in a way. Parrot jaw pliers to the rescue. Grab a hold of that. Now it'll come out. Got it. And to go with these end links, I'm also going to change the actual bushing. See how that one's split right there? And it seems to be sagging and coming apart. So we're going to unbolt this this unit here and then get those bushings out. All right, let's get in there and see if this gun's going to take these out. All right, that was easy. There's that one. second bolt, nut, and we'll take the bracket off and slide, or apart rather. Come here. It doesn't want to come out. What is capturing this and why? Oh, it's got little clips in there, little tabs. I see it. Mini pry bar for the win. Let's get in there and pop those tabs out. There it is. See that? Those guys. So now this thing should, or not, hammer. I'll bend it. There. Next it. Now this thing, I might have to just cut it off. Come here. Yeah, it's split down the middle. Not all the way though. Okay. I'll try to slide it off the end here. Come on. And it broke. Got it. Okie dokes, new bushing, not split. Coming in. This might be really hard to do. Just kind of slide it over there and twist it so it doesn't get hung up. Yeah, it's going. That's nice. Get on there, please. That's a tough turn to make. Need lubricant. It won't go around the corner. Here, we'll give it some silicone spray. That should do it. Yepper, look at that, slides right around. Lube is good. Okay, brackets coming in next. Let's get this thing set up. Squeeze that guy down because I bent it earlier. So let's bend it back. Honk. There we go. And then our little insert piece. Need to bend it more. How's that fit? Is that good? It will be. Yep, just like that. So we got up, dropped my nut, it hit the wall. That one's threaded. Oh, where's the one I dropped? There it is. Good thing we cleaned the floor. Oh, you get in there too. Good. Let's get this side tight and then we'll go get the passenger side. All right, let's head back over to the passenger side once again. All right, similar procedure. Let's get her loose. Oh good, that little clip thing came apart. Nice. No, it didn't. Not nice. Come on out, bushing. Come here. Come on. Oh, no. It's fine. Pocket screwdriver for the win. Again. Bend that little tab back out. There. Let's push you off in a way or twist it or what do we got to do here? This side's a little tougher than the other. Bend it. I'll hand bend it. Yeah, this one's coming apart too. Look at that. It's split right there. Yepper. Jonk. Alright, new bushing. Spray lube coming in. And slide this guy right on over. Get on there. Around the corner. Got the bottom piece of our bracket going in. Let's wiggle that guy into place. the insert, that into place, and then up over the studs, back down off the studs, back onto the studs, and our two nuts here. Nick. Very nice. Okay, last but not least, we need to get the end links in position here. So we're gonna feed these up through, should I go down from the top down or from the bottom up? I realize it's a bolt, and if it comes disconnected, then the bolt falls out. But when they build these, they often do them with the bolt going top down. What do you guys think? How should I do it? I think I'll do it top down. I believe that's the method for the least amount of imaginable. So let's get our bushing set up, put that in, and we've got a washer to go with it, then this little spacer tube right here, then another bushing, or another washer rather, then the bushing, and we will set that up through the hole in the control arm, right? You can't even see, right there. So push that guy down, and there's our bushing, washer, and I've got to hold this sway bar down. It's trying to move up and away, so one hand's kind of occupied here. All right, thread started. Let's go hang up the driver's side. All right, last trip over here to the driver's side. We're gonna repeat procedure. Let's get that light out of y'all's faces right there. There we go. Okay, so we got coming in, top down, bushing, slide that, washer, tube, washer again, bushing again, and then down through the hole, pull the whole thing down by hanging. Actually, I'll tell you what, we'll pry bar the thing down. That'll do it. More. Oh, come on. There. Now I can fit the bushing and the washer and the nut on the bottom here. All right, last chance. Got a good pry position on this. I just need to get a couple threads started and we'll be okay, as long as my pry bar doesn't slip. There we go, got it. All right, let's give this a couple hits with the impact going in. We're gonna go that far to the top of the 15. That's my little marker. Let's get this next one. Top of the 15, that's right where I want it. Okay, that feels good. Yeah, you don't do these super tight, because if you do, it'll just smash the bushings out of it, because you could just tighten it up all the way. You just do it until it puts a little bit of compression on all of the bushings, and then you're good. And since I have grubby fingy prints on everything, we need to wash that off. Aha. All right, let's go ahead, get this stuff cleaned off. Aha. No more fingerprints. Just the light dusting. I saw the alien was over there. I'm not gonna flood the building with dangerous chemicals since my little alien was running around. There she is. All right, side rotor number 2. Hose that guy down. Give her a turn. This case was any over here. Pre-spray. There we go. Ah, my hanging thing. All right, good to go. Let's get the wheels back on. And I need to take this thing on the road, give it a quick test drive, and then get it over to the alignment shop to get the front geometric suspension alignment to be completed. Alrighty, front end's back together. The Stang is on the ground. Let's hop in, go for a test drive, and we're gonna take this over to the tire shop and drop it off and let them have it for a wheel alignment. So let us start the engine. It is alive. Alrighty, so I guess quick recap. We did front ball joints, we did a steering gear, we did outer tie rod ends, we did a power steering pump, we did an AC compressor. I fixed a running rich condition on both banks because it had a faulty fuel rail pressure sensor. I fixed that little O-ring leak that was on the transmission tail shaft seal, and I think I put wiper blades on it too. There was one other complaint, and that complaint stated that when installing gasoline into the fuel tank, on occasion the gas would spill back out. I have not addressed that concern yet. I wanted to get all of the drivability and safety stuff handled before we did something with the emission system. And the fuel tank vent valve is an emissions component, so I wanted to get through everything else before attempting to diagnose that. But that being said, I'm gonna have to do that at a later day because I have an appointment at the other shop. So I need to bring this car over to them and let them do what they gotta do. And when I get it back, I will recheck the that fuel tank gas spilling situation that this thing had. So let's get out on the road, see how this thing runs and drives and feels and all that good stuff. Make sure there's no weird noises, parts falling off, things of that nature. And we'll go ahead and bring this thing over and get the wheel alignment completed. All right, and away we go, right as the rain started. Good thing I put new wipey blades on it. Well, my eyeball wheel alignment is horrible. We're about 40 degrees off to the left right here, but it's driving straight, so that's okay. Ball joints are tight, those are pressed. Everything's bolted on, wheels are tight, brakes are tight. I'm just going through my checklist to make sure we're good. I think we're good. Wipers are good. Very nice. Full speed. Seems to run a little bit better too. I don't feel that hesitation and shudder under load. All right, everybody, I think we're good to go on this one. Nothing left for me to do at this current point in time except to close this video out right about now. And I will do that, as always, by thanking each and every one of you guys for watching this video. I certainly hope you enjoyed this video and this series of videos. If you did enjoy this video, please feel free to let me know about that in the comment section down below. Do not forget to tap that like button while you're down there. And most importantly, have yourselves a fantastic day. See you guys later. Into video, into Mustang, into ball joints, into transmission.